Now that we've learned how to create a formula, we understand formulas a little bit better and how to use some of the functions to get the answers to our formulas. Let's look at formula errors because that happens sometimes, and I want to show you how you can begin to figure out what is wrong with your formula. We have here an example. In our total monthly income column, we have a formula error, pound or hashtag name question mark, and then in the total monthly expenses column, we have the error, pound value exclamation point. In order to get an idea of what may be wrong with the formula, what you can do is click in the cell. So I'm going to click in cell G9. And something just to point out as well is that you still follow the coordinates in a spreadsheet that may look a little different than the average to find the G9. Okay. And so when I click in cell G9, I get a exclamation point and a yellow diamond. And so it says, when I scrolled over it a minute ago, the formula contains unrecognized text. So that gives us a little bit of an idea. But if we click the drop down, you can actually go to help on this error. And as long as your computer is connected to the internet, you should be able to get a response as to what could be wrong and how to fix it. It'll usually give you some explanation. So the top reason why the name error appears in your formula is because there's a typo in the formula name. Look at the following example it provides. So it says it should be countif. Instead of it, this one has two I's in it. Okay. So it's usually going to have something to do with this portion of your formula. And so you want to make sure you avoid any typos, etc. So we'll want to go back and look at our formula here. And we can find our formula in our formula bar at the top. So if we were to look at this and we just practiced sum and how to get that function to work, what could be wrong? And we know that usually it has to do with the name section. And so usually after the word sum there is not a minus sign. So let's take this minus sign out and hit enter. And now what it has done is it has given us the answer. So we were able to figure that one out pretty easily. Let's do the same thing on the value. So again, you're going to find this yellow diamond with the exclamation point in it. You'll click the little down arrow. We're going to get help on this error. And it says pound value is Excel's way of saying there's something wrong with the way your formula is typed, or there's something wrong with the cells you are referencing. The error is very general, and it can be hard to find the exact cause of it. The information on this page shows common problems and solutions for the error. You may need to try one or more solutions to fix your error. So the bad part about this one is it's so general. Sometimes it takes some thinking outside of the box and really taking a harder look at your error to see what is wrong. So we have here this information. We look in our formula and what could be wrong with this particular formula. So we're wanting a total of monthly expenses. So that tells me that we're talking about addition, and so we're going to need sum. And I don't see sum. This table expenses kind of thing threw me off. And I'm not seeing open parentheses, close parentheses, which I know are two things that have to be in any formula. So let's try adding sum and then open parentheses, close parentheses, and hitting enter and see what happens. Okay, so now we have an answer here. Of course, when you guys are doing your own, it may be a little bit more complicated to find out what those errors are, but hopefully from the information I provided you on using the diamond and going to get help on this error will help you begin to look at the pointers or the hints that they give you to figure out what exactly is wrong with it. And that wraps up formula errors. Now that we've learned how to